This year was the 8th annual Ann Arbor Green Fair, and for the first time it rained, but many people still came out to the event. It seems like a lot of people in Ann Arbor are familiar with the fair. But what exactly is the Green Fair? While I was at the fair, I had a chance to talk with Ann Arbor Mayor John Hieftje, and he told me about the fair. Hi, I'm in the CTN booth with the Green Fair, or at the Green Fair now, but what exactly is Green Fair? Today, for today's first interviewee is Ann Arbor Mayor John Hieftje. Mayor, you started Green Fair 8 years ago. So what is Green Fair and how did you start it?
Well, Green Fair is a chance for everybody, business partners, nonprofits, the city itself, manufacturers, to demonstrate their latest products and to talk about what it is they do in a green way. And a lot of the people here are winners of the Waste Not Award, so they've run their business in a very conscientious way. Others are companies that have a great building product, an electric car. I love the folks who come down with something they made at home, like a vehicle that runs on vegetable oil and that they drive around all the time. So we really have fun with the Green Fair. This year we're getting rained on, but folks are still down here, and this is our first year that we've really had a problem with rain, so let's hope it doesn't happen next year.
Definitely, definitely. So who are the major participants here?
Well, everybody that has a product. There's a lot of nonprofits, as I said. Building companies make up a lot. There's bicyclists here. We also have the Bike Fest, and that goes on because we really have a drive for more cycling in Ann Arbor to make our residents healthy, to give them more transportation options. So we're doing all those different things. This kind of brings it all together in a focus, and people can come down and run into their friends and talk about green energy.
Wonderful. Okay. Now, you've been the leader of renewable energy development since you were elected in 2001. Can you tell us why this is important to you and Ann Arbor?
Well, just since I've been mayor, the electric bill's gone from around 3 million to over 6. So if we can begin, and we've already made some strong steps to rein this in, but it's a very real phenomenon that we all have to deal with. Energy is never going to be any cheaper. It's just going to keep going up, and we're going to have to deal with this problem. There's also, people will tell you about global warming, and that's a problem as well, and something that we need to be concerned with. But we just kind of doing what we can to move us forward and to save our taxpayers money. We have wonderful projects right downtown here. The LED light project, light emitting diodes, it has the potential to save us 60 to 70% on energy, and they last for 10 years. This program pays for itself in 4 years. And I'm not saying that, the U of M School of Business said that. So it's great to have that verification for it. 4-year payback is pretty darn good for an investment.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so when you were in the previous EcoSense program, you mentioned the city would like to purchase energy from wind generators. How's that plan doing?
Well, the wind field over in Michigan's thumb, everybody holds up their hand.
Yes.
In Michigan, that's not coming along as fast as we'd hoped. And we are willing to sign a long-term fixed rate contract. Even if we pay a little more now, the contract will work itself out over the years because wind power only goes up at about 2% a year. So unlike some other energy sources, and it also means that we wouldn't be burning coal because 90% of the energy in Michigan is provided by coal. It costs the state $18 to $20 billion, the money that we export for coal. We have the 14th best wind in the nation, and we should be using it. Other states are doing it. Other countries are converting their whole economy to run on renewable energy. It would also create thousands of jobs in Michigan. So we want to move in that direction. Hopefully there'll be some changes in Lansing, and I'm working on the Michigan Climate Action Council up there, appointed to a commission up there, and we're working to get some changes so that Michigan can enjoy this green energy future, bring those jobs and investment here, just like is happening in other places.
Wonderful. Okay, now I heard Washtenaw County is now testing wind conditions in the area so that it may construct wind generators.
Well, we think there's what we call microwind. Washtenaw County is not a very good place for wind generation. Along the coastlines or just in from the coastlines, like Michigan's thumb is a great place. It's not on the coast, it's a little bit up high, it's in the middle. But around Washtenaw County, we think we might be able to find some pockets of what is called microwind. And so we could have a little pocket of microwind. Out on the west side of the county, we think there's some wind out there. We're partners with Washtenaw County. They've set up a tower out there at the Chrysler Proving Grounds, and Chrysler wants to pay for a part of this, and they're testing the wind out there. And so we think that's a good spot. We are looking at a spot here in Ann Arbor over by our recycle facility. It wouldn't be very tall because we have to be cognizant of the airport there. And we're beginning to look at this spot. It wouldn't bother anybody, it's quite a distance from anybody. And it's also very close to where we generate energy from the city's old landfill. We capture the gas that comes off of there and use it to make renewable energy. So we're doing that as well. And so this would plug in very nicely, but we're experimenting. We don't have excellent wind in Ann Arbor, but we're going to do our best.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. Now later we'll interview Eli Cooper with the commuter train system that the city's looking for. But we understand that you are a strong supporter for this idea. And you took city officials and community members to a train ride a couple of years ago.
Yeah, for the first time in about 50 years. You know, we used to have rail transit in Michigan, and then it all went away. So we put about 60 community, business, university, environmental, government, and government leaders on the train. We took them up to Livingston County. And there's a train company up there that has the cars and engines, and they want to run the route. We're actually doing a study on that now, feasibility of what's it going to cost to get up and running, because the standards are different for passenger rail than freight rail. So we're moving down that road. We have partners in Washtenaw County, Livingston County is coming along, the city of Howell. People along the way want to be on the train. All we have to do is look at gas prices and the big traffic jam on 23 every single morning and every single afternoon to understand that we need this. And we'd also like to get more cars out of the city, downtown if we can do it. 70,000 people a day come to work here, and that's a lot of people. The University of Michigan likes this idea so much that they're willing to buy a train ticket for every one of their employees that want to ride on the train. And for free they'd ride. But the larger sense is this fits into something we call the model for mobility that I launched on that same day. And it includes walking. We've had great success. We just won a big award for being one of the best places to walk in the whole United States. Bicycling, we're increasing our bicycle lane system by 300% within 5 years. We've been winning awards for that. Does that mean we're one of the best? I don't know. We have a long ways to go in cycling, but we're getting there. You know, and we're going to get there. We want to be one of the very best places in the United States to ride your bicycle, to walk, which we already are according to this study, and maybe to commute by rail. And so we want to make it easier for our consumers, our customers, people who travel here to work, to choose an option to get here without their automobile, save gas, save their family money, and to clean our air and make Ann Arbor a better place to live. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our new hybrid buses. All the buses are going to be replaced with hybrids, and there's 20 of them riding around right now.
That's fantastic. It's already a beautiful community, and that'll just add to it.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, what do you see for Ann Arbor's future?
Well, I see bringing in all of these things, renewable energy, very innovative transportation options, cutting edge as far as technology goes, because when you look at our LED light program, when you look at, we're Solar City USA, as proclaimed by the US government. When you look at all these things coming together, our hybrid buses, cutting edge in technology. We are sitting here in downtown Ann Arbor right now in one of the most high-tech downtown areas in the world with our LED light program. So we also see this all coming together. I want to tell you about one other program.
Yes.
This is the Art in Public Places program. Now, how does it fit in? It'll fit in with the environment because we can power fountains, we can power LED art with solar panels. But it also adds, it's all about, the bottom line is about quality of life. We're going to put $340,000 into public art over the next couple of years, and after that we'll put in more every year until we become, we're already in the top 20 communities in the United States for arts. We want to be #1 in that. Quality of life for our residents. Make this a wonderful place to live. And with some of this stuff that we're doing, a lot of it, we can improve the environment and save money for our taxpayers at the same time.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much for your thoughts on energy. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much for having me.